wild. She drives me wild. Beautiful, crazy, you can't help but amaze me the way that I'm dancing. I ain't afraid to take chances and my heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy. Da 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 da. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's get in the spaceship, right? The last time we played, we obviously went through Dark Bramble, and we found Felspar, and we found the escape pod, and then eventually from the escape pod we found none other than the... What do you call it? What do you call it? We found the... Why can't I use my words? I am losing it. The vessel on Brittle Hollow. Oh, not on Brittle Hollow, the Dark Bramble. Brittle Hollow is where we need to go to. And we need to get to here, I think, because we've not discovered everything there. And the Northern Glacier. So I think we should go to like the old settlement. Or do we go to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge and then just see? Let's start off. We'll go to Brittle Hollow. We know now Giant's Deep is something that we can get into via the jellyfish, right? So I think we go to Brittle's Hollow, and we just see what's there. See if we can figure something out. You know what I mean? We've explored a lot of Dark Bramble. There's nothing that we need to explore. We're gonna go here. Giant's Deep we've had a look at. Engage the autopilot, save me from flying into the sun or anything crazy. But listen, we've done a fair bit. I think we need to try and find the Southern Observatory, which looks like it's the thing at the bottom of this planet, right? Have I been in there? That's one of the escape pods. I have been in there. Hey, what did I just see though? Because I seen something that made me want to go and look at it. This is the Northern Glacier. There's more to explore around about here, as we well know. It's just... Let's land there. Let's land here and we'll just walk around the planet. Put our shit on. Let's just go a walk. Ship's there, the old settlement's 400 meters away. I think this is where I wanted to go to, is this thing over here, which I would assume this is the Southern Observatory, right? That would be my assumption. It looks like an observatory. There's Dark Bramble. Now, how do I get into here? What's this over here? This is almost like someone's shit. So, my assumption has to remain the same. This observatory has to be important. Oh! I'm here, I did it. I put the ship down safely. In that the ship went down and I didn't sustain any bodily harm. A few minor repairs. And it's like the ship never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts, Felstar would have barely laughed at me, I bet. The good news, that's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside the structure yet. The door is broken and I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there was one. Probably? I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator to try and find a way down. So this is the old settlement. And there appears to be no way in from here. This is not the ruin set. So then let me just read it again. It's not this bit, but it's a bit about where they need to go to. Heading off to the ruins on the equator and find a way down. So, is this north? Oh my shit. Look, equator is the center of the planet, right? We live in an assumption-based situation here, where I have to assume that the equator is the same in this game as it is in our world. And I'm okay with that, you know what I mean? I'm okay with that. What's this? Oh shit. Where's the fire that I saw? Just see what's here. The journey here from the South Pole has been I'm going to go with harrowing because of all the meteors, but hey, at least I made it here unconcussed and not on fire. Let's see if I poke around a little. And there's some sort of old nomai path that starts across from my... I poked around a little and there's some sort of old nomai path that starts across from my campsite inside the ruined building with the trees growing out of it. Doesn't look like anything horrible, it's just stairs leading down and I can handle stairs. I've read that before. I know I have. And that's the one there. can't go into there because that'll hurt me. So this is where I need to be, I guess, to try and get to the thing. Right, well, I guess with what we could maybe call a bit more knowledge of the game, we'll try and follow the path, and see where it takes us. And if we can get into the observatory from here. Unidentified signal nearby. So it's down there I need to get to. This is just telling us how to get there. This is like a map. You're fucking joking. You're fucking joking, mate. I took a wrong step. I seen where I need to go. Ah, that's so annoying. I seen where I needed to go. I could see his camp. But I couldn't get there. And it was the iconic, like... Right. So I know how to get there. So we get back in our ship, we've meditated, we've started the loop again. Where is it? It's there. Up, up, and away we go. I mean, what a start that is. Engage the autopilot. I appear to have damaged something. Was that still on the planet? I want to try and see if I can find the exact bit I was at. Let's land there. Let's land right there. Because I know I can get to where I need to go. I've lost track of where I was meant to go to. I know that's the escape pod. We've been to that. I need to be a bit more careful. So the map depicted that I could get there via here and the other side. I believe the Southern Observatory, south 500 meters. But is that not south? Alright, we'll go this way then. Call the shuttle home. Activate the gravity cannon. Whoa! Well, I need to go and have a look at what this is. Don't know how I didn't find this sooner. Well, let's go and see what's inside this. This could be important. Selenium. I am here after watching it wander the skies for so long. I am about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I will make the remainder of the journey on foot. We don't know why the quantum moon always welcomes its visitors at the South Pole, just that this is true. As a child, I considered such unknowns sinister. Now though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is, and we are. I am ready. Oh shit, what have I done? So I've left that place here. And I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to. But if I do that, it takes me back down. Okay. Well, we've learned something. Right, let's see what's this way then. Let's just assume that this isn't going to go wrong. I so stupid? What did I do to deserve to be that stupid? Does this give me anything to talk to about this guy? Oh my god, why do they make paths so complicated? So we've unlocked the gravity cannon, quantum moon, and the Solemn shuttle. So then I know my name's Solemn landed her shuttle on the quantum moon South Pole and prepared to make that the rest of her journey on foot. There's a quantum moon always arrived there. A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravitational field are called a Nomai shuttle from the moon. This tower located in the Brittle Hall, as you can see. Ryback landed their ship near the big dome at the South Pole. So then we've learned more about Ryback. There's a door to the observatory on the surface, but it's broken. Got the gravity cannon there. The Hanging City has more to give us, and so does the Old Settlement. But I want to try and get to... I want to talk to the person that's there. So we're going back. Fucking hell. That's fucking cool though. What the quantum moon feels important. So that's the escape pod. That's an over place. Observatory's there. One second. Forgot to put the thing on. I forgot to put my suit on. I'm genuinely so stupid. Right, we do not make the same mistake twice. That's so stupid though. It looks like we're coming in at pretty much exactly where I want to be though. I think. No, that's the escape pod. Let's just get it. So everyone harmed. No one was badly injured from the escape pod's impact. We're incredibly fortunate. This is good news. At least we have we heard it from escape pod 2 and 3. While we make contact, my equipment can hear the other 2 escape pods' distress signals. However, if it's any comfort, both pods must be structurally intact. Continue calling. Oh, I've read that already. So it's obviously part of it. Use caution, a black hole steeps below, you must not slip. Well, this is obviously the hanging city, so... Of note, be sure not to wander far from here. Though this area is somewhat unstable, it's safer than anywhere we've found. The temporary settlement is finished, but remember to be cautious of fallen rocks and dust created by meteors. Let's go up here first. Given concerns about our settlement's stability, should we construct a new, less temporary shelter? I believe we should migrate to the Northern Glacier. Building beneath the crust again would shelter us from volcanic moon's eruptions. What if we use gravity crystals to craft a stable path? We need to stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. We can't be rescued if we aren't present to respond. I don't believe anyone's going to save us, Thatch. Now we must save ourselves. I agree. We're here because the eye's signal called to us. We're followed. We're able to find it. We need to not merely survive but thrive. This is a wise point, Plume, and eloquently made. If moving to the Northern Glacier will keep us safer, then that is what we should do. They went to the Northern Glacier. Presumably with that path. But let me just check out over here. See if there's other things to find. Which there obviously is. This knowledge is too dear to lose. Here's everything we can recall about the signal we encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal looked like an eye, round with a circle at the centre, much like a pupil. Suppose the signal was looking for something. The signal was older than the universe itself. This is the most significant detail. No Nomad clan has ever encountered anything like it. How can anything in this universe be older than the universe itself? Imagine what rare and profound knowledge it might offer. We must find this eye. And then that there is what they saw, I guess. So I came from up there, so let's just go down here. Try and make the most of being in this bit just now. Make sure I don't miss anything, really. Is the hardest part of this tragedy not knowing who we may have lost, or will the hardest part come later when we learn? Buell and Mellerid. I sent the signal. The ship then got taken in. So this is like, I assume this is the vessel. The signal came from Dark Bramble or some sort. The ship then got taken into Dark Bramble. 2 escape pods left it, and 1 got stuck in Dark Bramble, if I'm right. Can't understand, why did the vessel crash in the first place? Was the vessel unwell in some way? No. I checked before the warp, and the warp core and navigation systems were both well. We warped to follow that curious signal from the eye of the universe. Where we arrived was wrong. It wasn't where we tried to go. Suppose it wasn't a problem, but with the vessel, but with our destination. I'm afraid for our friends in Escape Pod 3, and we know that they died. Like, I know that for a fact. Because we found their grave. Just the way I just came from. Let's go this way quickly, just to double check. I think I came from the other side. Well, that's good to know then. I found the vessel by mistake earlier than I probably was meant to. That, like, thing, that drawing was probably the hint I was meant to get to know where the vessel was. I swear I just saw a bit of writing somewhere, but I can't find it now. Like, I could swear there's a bit of writing in there. No, I guess not. I don't know what I saw. Not here. And we know the people that were here travelled to the northern glacier and left those lights up there to follow. So maybe that's where we go next. Maybe that's the plan. We're back at this bit. Yeah, we've read that bit, so I think we then need to go up to the bit that has the stuff on the wall and follow the trail all the way to the northern glacier if we can. So let's try and do that. We've maybe came in a little back to front, but that's okay. I was going to go to the Southern Observatory, but when you're on a trail in this game, you really don't want to lose out. Like, I've never walked along this before. And I think it has to be important if this is where the Nomads went to. We already know the ship thing. Go to the Quantum Moons there. So we're going to find more information out if we get here. Oh wow, I was so scared there, I'm not going to lie. We can't go that way. That's just a fact. So down's the only way we can go just now. 3 minutes oxygen. What's up here? Oh, oxygen. That was well timed. Smarter than you. This looks sad. Well, let's read it first. Explanation of festivals. All the Nomad clans from all over the universe meet in one place to share what they've learned in science and art. It's called the festival. Don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. We can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go to. At some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all Nomad get to advance to, like, Anona's warp core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances to explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. A single festival could last a long time. Move. Drop. Pick up. Insert. Formulation of the universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything we used to be very hot and very dense, tightly packed together. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down, and once it had cooled down, enough particles were able to group together to form things like galaxies, stars and planets. Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is harder to think about for too long without your brain hurting. This universe will keep getting colder and larger, and until one day, the stars and life they support will all die. That's a scary thing to think about, even though Connoy tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes, but it'll still happen at someone else's. That was just... they're educating like a school. What goes in there then? So they obviously set up like base here or something. And started educating people. Ghost matter detected nearby. Alright, I see it. We can't go that way. And we can't go this way. So, it has to be this way then. Continue exploring. Can't go that way. Up this way there seems to be information though. We're hungry for information. School district, second floor. Meltwater district, Ice Shrine district, Black Forest district. So this is a school district, and it's like an elevator. And this was the Meltwater district. Okay. See if we can find something here. Black Forest controls. There, let's have a look at this stuff here though. This feels like it'll be important. The Ash Swim project requires a powerful and highly advanced warp core. Okay, so that's just going to tell us the same thing. Okay. There must be another scroll. Bastion power. Warp core. We could craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. I would very much like to craft such a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew, and I could recreate this basic design. This is the safest path for our clan. Is the safest path the best one? Our goal is worth the risk. Is it though? We've tried for so long to find something that I and others now believe might be impossible to find. If the search for the eye is a futile one, we should choose the option of least harm. The greatest challenge here, I think, is we don't have the design for such a powerful core or any of the original crafters. No, but Pokey was apprenticed down at who created the original design. Our Black Hole Forge is adept at crafting simpler cores. I believe I can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but I know that explained. Abandon the vessel's warp core and its casing means losing valuable knowledge. This is true, however, it's knowledge we have little covering. Okay. Is there another like scroll kicking about? Yes, there is. What's up here, just out of curiosity? More reading, so let's take this back down. Quickly read it. See what conversations they were having. We could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. The vessel's warp core is broken at best. Recall those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injuries. There is no guaranteed reward for this risk. Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me that there was little time to assess the nature of the damage. This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Bloom said many could know I perished there. There was. My mentor, and his old mentor once discovered and studied the anglerfish fossils on Edinburgh. Using knowledge we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. What Molly and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us to evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on live specimen. The anglerfish fossil we used to play with them as children. Even if it's no longer functions, the old quote would be valuable to look in. Well, let me tell you, to get past anglerfish, you just have to shut up. Stay quiet, go slow. Let's see what it says up here. It feels strange trying to recreate an owner's work or film at times. It feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care and not his. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this probably, but what if excitement has clouded my assessment? Was I in the wrong volunteering to build it? I was born in this star system and never saw an owner's warp core with my own eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I'd bitten off a large... Oh, he's doubting himself. Hypothesis. This will always feel strange. Even though my time with him was short, I miss my old mentor deeply. What's this bit say? Still, all I can give is my best, and as an owner would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have clarity and root in the forge, and I have my clan. I am not alone. Okay. So there's nothing this way. So let's just check out the forge then, eh? Which is obviously down here. That brings it up. Let's go up then. I'm living on the assumption that at some point soon it's gonna fucking kill me, so. But we have to just check out as much as we can whilst we're here. Forge is there. This way. Is there any way this way to get to over there from here? Doesn't look like it, so let's go up one more. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Can't go up this one. Can't go up this one. Or can we? No, we can't. By all accounts, it doesn't look like there's a way to get up there. That's below the Southern Observatory, right? Time is running out. What is the eye of the universe? The eye is older than this universe, so imagine it much it could teach us. Perhaps it's a cosmic library. Suppose that eye is more advanced being as a source of the signal that brought us here. How can the eye be older than the universe itself? Suppose it's a relic from a previous universe. The early universe was unimaginably hot and dense. If anything existed before it would have been destroyed. Suppose the universe is older than previously thought. What is the eye's signal? Suppose the eye wishes to communicate. The signal is the eye's voice. It speaks language we don't yet know. Or maybe that is the eye's attempt at expressing itself. Of note, From the signal we were able to determine the eye's approximate age. Signals a call. Are we the intended audience? Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to this system to start. We observed the eye's signal on our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is this: the source of the signal is older than the universe itself. Enter and open your mind to the possibilities. Enter code. We've learned something. I no longer believe, as I did as a child, on the Ember Twin. The eye of the universe, the source of the signal, wishes to harm us, but it may not want to be found either. In fact, the eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that, circumstantial. I suspect imagining we are the special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. The eye might have called into any sentient being, or it might have not been calling out at all, and that my ancestors heard thy signal holds no great deep meaning. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. So, we've explored this bit. Should be the end of the day now. Look at the sun, it's red. I'm gonna let it the end, I'm gonna go to the toilet. Yeah. I need a little time to wake up, wake up. So I reckon I must have found everything that was in the Hanging City there, if that's what that was. So let's check our rumors. Mural panel 2, mural panel 3, mural panel 1. A mural of the vessel encountering a signal. A mural of the escape pods evacuating Nomai's vessel. A mural of dark bramble ensnaring the Nomai vessel. The old settlement, we now have everything we need to find there. The Hanging City. The Nomai travelled to the solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. We've now got everything we need to find there. We haven't found Ryback. We haven't got everything from the Tower of Quantum Knowledge and the Black Hole Forge and the Northern Glacier. There's more to find there. So, I think we... Hard to know which one to go to. I want to go to the... I think the gravity cannon, and then we'll figure it out from there. But that's a good bit of information we just got. Like, we already knew what happened to the vessel by pure chance. We landed there and ended up exploring that planet and finding it. But what I will say is, oh, done it again. What I will say is it's getting to the point where I think we cannot be. Like, we cannot be far away from what we think's the end of the game, or like what the game is playing out to. Right, we're here, we're here. Simple as that. We've walked out, we're here, we've rocked up. Decks on the table, we know where we are, so. Does that tell me that here used to be a bit where you could just walk straight down? I should have bring that stone with me. Let's bring it with me. I'm at the shuttle. I'm ready to make my first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. That's exciting. You're almost ready, but there's still one more row you need to learn. Come see me at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. The tower is at the opposite side of Brittle Hollow. If you follow the path to the crossroad, west of the crossroads, you can reach the tower from there. My gratitude for the directions. That's not going to get me down. That's going to kill me. So I guess I have to go this way. Crossroads West. That's obviously where we've been. Just need to mosey on along the path. It feels like the right way to go, so that looks too far to jump. What was that? So let's just see what's around here. It's just a circle. Right. So how do I get over there? Like that. It was pretty easy. And we are heading west. And there is something down here that I don't think I've seen yet. That's good. Try to be like a little bit, what's the word? Sensible with the fuel. Okay. So we're nearly at his signal. It's down there somewhere. This is where we've been before. Hanging City. Oh, I finally made it! I need to send this to my friend. It's taken me fucking ages today to find this guy. Oh yeah. Oh you launched. That's great. Great job, you. Wow. I guess that means I've been out here a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but you probably knew that. Lots of history here, it's great. What are you doing here, Ryback? I'm here to see the Hanging City. It was always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes ever since I was a hatchling. An alien race lived in this solar system long before our species ever existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only, you've probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anybody that I'm out here. You know what? Do you want to know how I even got this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal, and it's dumb luck that I landed somewhere my little scout says is halfway stable, instead of being sucked into what's below. I've engaged in the stability of the ground around me using my little scout, and this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity, so I'm just going to stay here until I'm ready to move on. But that's enough about me and my problems. You didn't come all this way to listen to me blether, did you? Hey, that'd be you. Yeah. I learned something. Oh cool, what is it? I found a Nomai escape pod on Brittle Hollow. Whoa, so then the Nomai probably... 1 second. Came here from somewhere outside of the solar system, and they must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pod. What kind of trouble, and where did the escape pod come from? This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about what, how and why the Nomai arrived here. I learned something. Found the vessel. You did. That's an incredible. Congratulations. That means they really were from outside our solar system. I knew it. That creates so many questions. If they didn't come from our solar system, where did they come from? And are they from our galaxy or even someone even further? What were their lives like before they even came here? And why did they come here? Hey. I might not be much of an astronaut, but I'm really glad I came out here to see the Nomai's artifacts for myself, and thanks for telling me about the vessel. I mean, I learned something. Saw the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe the settlement is still standing, but it's there. Really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timber Heath, you know, somewhere that isn't constantly being bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. I learned something. Saw the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. You visited the Hanging City? Oh gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? The Hanging City is where the Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. Was the most advanced settlement here. Why they chose their most advanced settlement to so close to you know what is beyond me, black hole. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to the Nomai though. Maybe they needed the black hole for something. I learned something. Actually, never mind. What should I explore here? Oh, whoa, where shouldn't you explore here? Not the black hole, actually. That's very no. Which is unfortunate because the most exciting stuff is all below the crust, including the Hanging City. That's just to the north. You can kind of see it from here. There's also this dome on the South Pole called the Southern Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface, but trust me, I've tried. But if it's like the rest of the Nomai structures here, there's probably a path to it beneath the crust somewhere. If you learn anything about the Nomai, I'd love to hear it if it's not too much trouble. What are you doing out here? I'm an archaeologist, remember? Or I'm the archaeologist, I guess, seeing as I'm all timber here for Scott right now. Brittle Hollow is rich in Nomai history, that's why I'm here. The planet is an absolute treasure trove. If you have any questions about Brittle Hollow, I'm your Heerfin. Or, I have some knowledge of them. I mean, so maybe I can help. Okay. See you later. Ship log update. Oh, we've done that. That obviously takes us into the black hole, so we're not going to go in there. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Well, I want to go there, so... Because I've not been to this bit yet, so... Why do they make their paths so fucking hard to get around? There's a path I can walk up. Same with that, but it's broken. Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you're making your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, ascend these stairs and obtain the last of the knowledge you need for your journey. I'm guessing you used to walk up this and then all the way up, but with that bit being broken off, I'm guessing I now need to use this, so I need to flick it up the way and up and away we go. The Southern Observatory, south 550 meters. So that's that way, right? But we want to look in here if we can. We're above the surface. Beneath your feet lies the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are preparing to make your first steps, pilgrim within. How did I get inside? The trees are moving. The trees are in this grove wander around freely. The entire plant, roots and all. This is not normal, even for this alien planet, and I never see them move. Is that even possible? If anyone else witnesses this disturbing behaviour, I implore you record your observations here. Either these trees are aberrant or my brain must be. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees, there is only other matter in this area, such as that unusual shard of rock moving in such an eerie way. The rock is unusual for another reason too. It possesses colour and texture I've never seen anywhere else on this planet. Hypothesis: the rock shard's presence is significant. We should study. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move around the area? Bloom is right, the trees do move. I confess I didn't notice until I read this notice. Whoa! And then they stay still when I have that on them. Why is my ship away over there? And that rock just disappeared that I was trying to go up. Felix, I have determined this atypical shard of rock is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in the quantum manner. The only other object we've observed displaying this quantum behaviour is the wandering moon. I imagine the moon's behaviour and this grove's are related. In her note from earlier, Felix mentions this strange type of rock isn't found anywhere else on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? Hypotheses. This quantum shard is from the wandering quantum moon. Perhaps it is even a small piece of the moon itself. Of note, a unique signal is coming from the shard. Curiously, our friends from the Wandering Moon sound the same. I've also heard the same signal. This shard produces calling out from Giant Steep, Timber Heath and Hourglass Twins. Suppose there are other shards like this one. Entrance to the tower below. Oh. I don't think it is below, but okay. Because this is below. There is no way to get in. Okay. Not 100% sure what happened there. Apart from the planet, you know, getting destroyed, but... Well, I think where I am is the edge of the universe. Brittle Hall is miles away. I think we meditate. I think I'm going to see what the latest update says. See the updates here. More to discover at the Northern Glacier. The Nomai detected signal coming from Timber Heath. Anglerfish fossil. The Nomai learned everything from the anglerfish fossil. One of the Nomai escape pods landed somewhere in the Hourglass Twins. I'm gonna go on Timber Heath. I'm gonna go to like I made a mistake. I made a mistake. That's okay. Don't often explore the home planet when I spawn in, but that's only because I've explored so much of it already. Because you always think you have to, it's part of the tutorial. But why on earth, like, the enemy entry in this telling me to go here pretty much? Well, we'll find out. I mean, that pretty much shows that it's in the observatory, so we know that. These two will still be staring at the statue, wondering if it's going to move again. Didn't immediately join you on your ship and return here is incredibly Felspar of them. We are never entirely sure what Felspar was thinking back then either. Still, we ought to fish them out of that dreadful place of hell with haste. I'll radio Gossan and have them prepare a ship. It really should be Gossan who brings Felspar home. And again, thank you. You can hardly imagine how profoundly happy I am to hear they're alive and unharmed. Where are the other travellers? Chert is in the Hourglass Twins, Ryback's in the Hall, Gabro in Giant's Teeth, and Felspar. Well, of course, we don't know what we do. So they're going to bring Felspar home, they think. Maybe it isn't a thing. I could have swore it was further away. But obviously not, that's the museum shard. I'm gonna go to that guy. Where is Atlar Rock? Because I'm assuming that is that, so I'm gonna go find that guy. It's the closest one. We've done a fair bit of exploring, you know, around the fucking around the Hanging City and stuff. We still haven't actually got into the observatory, but let's go speak to my man here. Because I've never even landed here, so. Oh hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. A long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Was that you whistling? Probably. Or actually definitely. The other travellers carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick their music up with a signal scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole Great Reception. The North Pole is marked red on your mini-map. But the Atlar Rock is pretty small and really, just go north, you can't miss it. do the other travellers come by? The lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gabbro's Gabbro, and you know how Ryback feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Seems lonely up here, a little. I'm in touch with ground control, Hornfels and Gossin mostly. They're ready up to chat now and then, and when ground control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. They forget about you. I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as other travellers since I'm always in one place. It's not bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system, let alone our village. Let's see that. I want to see the other one. You spy on us? What? No, it's not spying. It's a one-way communication that none of the villagers know about because I've never told them. What is this place? Huh, very funny. Oh, stars above you aren't serious, are you? That's just depressing. Welcome to the Lunar Outpost, where apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started Outer Wilds, travellers used to bring their ships here all the time for repairs, or space farming technology has improved loads since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart, like more than you do now. Using the outpost cut down the number of launches and landings taking place in the village, and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it's mostly just me up here raising saplings from Timber Heath and keeping an eye on things. Talk to you later. I'm gonna quickly check the ship log. Esker's Camp, Lunar Lookout. The nomad text in the observatory talks about cavalry and some sort of device on the outlook. Lunar Lookout. Okay, well, let's go north. It's the red dot, so let's walk towards it. And I think we're here. Esker's signal scope. Still not picking up Ryback's banjo from Brittle Hall. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I hear their music. Day 51. Wasn't the Chert play for a while. Unrelated, someone should tell Profi and Gossin their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Ryback's doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. I thought I heard something strange. I don't know, it's probably nothing. Nope, it's back again. Something strange is coming from Timber Heath. Oh, okay, I know it's crazy. But the sound from Timber Heath sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica, but Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken. I better talk to them. I don't know what that is. And Gabble. I've heard all of them. God. I appeared to have jumped off the planet. Which I didn't mean to do. Um. Let's see what the ship log's saying now. Lunar Lookout, Dark Bramble Seed, and that takes us to Feldspor's camp. So there's some sort of observatory around about here. But I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure where it is. Like, I don't think these help me. Or ruins, sorry. There's some sort of ruins around about here. Gonna go to the South Pole. And then there's ruins, so we found something. So it can't do that. Is that what that's telling me? That it can't fucking figure that out. Let's go downstairs. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow signals from the sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points in just one direction. This is a curious result. It's possible that eye has stopped calling out its signal. I see. I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Leave it. My apprentice and I will make adjustments and try again. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. It saddens me to posit that my friends, but I believe this locator cannot detect the eye signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device if we want to locate the eye of the universe. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need it to be larger than this high signal collector. The Southern Glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I would construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Connolly would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child. I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow South Pole immediately. Anona and those of us originally stranded on the Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I would recommend building it on that planet. And we will build it. So... oh, what's that? I've seen this ruin in other travellers' pictures, but seen it for myself. It's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Then to make some official notes. This counts as some kind of nomad locator. It can point at different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way. But from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try and find something specific, the eye. I'm not sure. I was also able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow. I'll fly there and see if I can learn anything. Yep, just gonna go back in the old ship. Take off. Totally safe. Mostly safe. Oh, stars above. Well, there you go. So the Southern Observatory's the place we need to get into. That's just a fact. We know that. And that's fine. Ah, look at this little place. Can't get off the moon, I'm kidding. Don't go. I was just gonna check if there was anything I need to speak to him about before I get in the ship. Ow. First of all, second of all, so the eye signal locator. I know how to be able to launch what is now unread. The know I decided to build a larger, more sophisticated eye signal collector. A locator on Brittle Hollow's South Pole. So that's where we need to go to, by all accounts, is Brittle Hollow again. Not entirely sure why I decided to land on here. Well, this is a good start. Does that mean Escape Pod 2 just crashed straight into here? And that was that. Church research notes properly of Church. Church, the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? I'd posit there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. Hal and the new astronaut's translator tool would have been nice and handy now. This planet sometimes has a moon. This is the only, also of note, it disappears as if no one's watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital thing? This is my first time encountering an actual satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it. I agree. Our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon so that we can always know what it is. Given its reluctance to move away from well consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. I found your note. Well, will we kindly count me among the moon admirers? What is happening when it disappears? Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hall, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timber Heath as well. The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Nona, Burr and I just observed the quantum moon in an orbit around Dark Bramble. I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accounted for all of the Phantom Moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device. You have keen eyes, my friends, so this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4. Okay. And this would tell you where the moon is, right? That's the brew delivery. Need to empty my room out of water. Because there's far too many of them in my room just now. Far too many. So we've learned about the quantum moon there, and it moves location. Quantum moon locator. Sixth location. Visitors to the quantum moon always arrive at the South Pole, we know that. Right. I think we go back to Brittle Hall now. We have to try and get into the Southern Observatory, right? Simple as that. Just meditate quickly. That was silly. Right, so we try again. This time we're going to go to Brittle Hollow. We're going to go to some part of it and try and get to the Summer Observatory from there. I would quite like to land at the bit that I landed the very first time. And I know that the quantum stuff, like, I know already that... Let's do that just now. I know that it wouldn't move if you're watching it. So that means wherever the quantum moon is, we probably need to get like a camera on it of some degree, right? But I'm not sure. I think this is where I want to be. Unbuckle. Put on. Just out of curiosity. So there's stuff to obviously figure out on Ember Twin, but we're going to look at that later. Because right now I think this is the place I want to be in. To fucking jump over the ghost matter there. I completely forgot it was there. And he said this one's the one I go in, so we're gonna do that. And we can focus a little bit on just getting to the observatory this time, because we've been to the quantum tower and I cannot figure out how to get into it, so that's maybe a job for another day. But we focus just now solely on let's get to the observatory bit. That's clearly important now. Oh, the unidentified signal's just what's his face? Hanging City's that way. I didn't know I could do that. Gravity cannons that way. And this Hanging City or gravity cannon from here will take me to the Southern Observatory. So I'm going to go to the Hanging City. I feel like I know my way around that a little bit better. And then we just have to go down, really, don't we? Don't worry, you are my only. No need to worry, even if the sky is falling down. You'll be my only. Baby, are you down, 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 down. Even if the sky is falling down like she's supposed to be. She gets down low for me, down like a temperature, cause to me she's 0 degrees. She got a girl overseas, I got the girl from overseas. Now she's my Miss America, now can I be her soldier, please? I'm fighting for this girl on the battlefield of love. Don't it look like baby Cupid sending arrows from above? Won't you ever leave the side of me, and definitely not probably, and honestly I'm down like the economy. Baby, don't worry, you are my only, no need to worry. Even if the sky is falling down. Tune, by the way, don't know why it was in my head though. What's matter? The lifts are there, the things down there. I need to get to the bit I was in. I think it's up the way from here. I think I'm pretty sure it's up the way from here. But then, clearly it isn't. Clearly I'm talking shit. So I can't go that way. A little scroll. This scroll could well be important, so I'm going to take it with me until I find a place where I'll can of space. Let you be the judge, and I'm the case. I gotta. You see me with her, no Stevie Wonder. You don't even want her, cause she knows she bad. There's definitely a place near here that I can read this scroll, right? The school, right? Is that where I am now? I see me with her, no Stevie Wonder. This is back to here. Here's not where I want to be. Ow. I think I want to be over that way. That's the other side of this, is the school, right? Yeah. I'm an idiot. And she got a brother grocery bag. Ooh, baby, I'll be stuck to you like glue, baby. Wanna spend it all on you, baby. My room is your... Why should we build a new vessel? Each Nomad clan explores the universe in its own vessel. The vessel is the heart of every clan. It's unusual for the Nomad to remain in one place for so long. Nomad are wanderers, have no permanent home. If we built a new vessel, we could return to our adventurous way of life. Imagine all the new places we could go. Our clan wouldn't be stuck here in this star system. We could even meet up with other Nomad and learn from them, like Coleus says we used to do. Probably won't be hard to get parts if we stopped building other new things, and if we broke down other structures like the towers on Ash Twin, for example. We might have to build a smaller vessel for now. Even though vessels are normally large, but we could make it bigger later once we reach planets with more resources. It would also help if we stopped building so many things to search for the Eye of the Universe. I asked Yarrow and he says we use lots of resources on the Ash Twin project. We could even have a warp core for jumping long distances like vessels have. Poki tells me she plans to make a very advanced warp core for a different project. Well, I can't figure out where I'm meant to go here. I thought I was in the right place. But I get the feeling I'm not. Like, I can't go this way. Nothing helping me this way. I think what I need to do is I think I need to go up one level here. Then I can explore a little bit more. I think that's what I need to do. And if it isn't, it's what I'm going to do. So, because we know what's down below us. But the Southern Observatory, like, I'm getting nowhere near it just now. So, let's go. It's not fair, and I think. Well, welcome, man. Welcome. Jam time. Welcome and welcome to the party. First new follower in a while, you know. And I hope you're here for Outer Wilds, because that is what we're focusing on just now. First ever time playing through it, so we've already done this bit. So we can focus on sort of excavating around here. Done this bit. What's up here? This is taking me up the way though. I need to go to the south part of the planet, but we're just here to try and get some movement going. There's a lot of progression today. But at the same time as having that progression, we've sort of hit our, like, almost like a bit of a hole. So you'll know how this game goes to everyone then. You'll know how everyone feels about it. It was a recommendation, so I play a lot of games that are just pretty random anyway. But this was a recommendation from my boss at the time, who I still talk to, and I promised him I would complete it. But I never got round to it, and I played other games. I ended up playing like Clair Obscur and stuff like that. Has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? Your thoughts interest me. I compliment your eyes. How do you imagine it disappears? Hypothesis: it could be a shift in the light spectrum. Suppose this moon is too shy to show us its face. I'm best interested in your playful moon. Is it much like a violent friend? Hollow's lantern. This moon isn't volcanic to my unaided eyes. Sometimes it leaves its friend Hollow's lantern for nights at a time. The nights the moon circles this planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. Imagine if there were two volcanic moons. Then I imagine there'd be none of us left. There can exist too much lava. I strongly prefer we test this null hypothesis. Hello. A little bit more information on the moon. But yes, welcome in, champ time. I appreciate anyone that wants to follow, and you know, I used to play a lot of Football Manager and FIFA sort of games that simulated management stuff. However, I just fell completely out of love with those games, and I thought, let me get back on the story games. That's where my real heart is. Hanging City below. Well, we know that. Don't want to go into it though. Blueprints, yeah. Blueprints is so the same guy that recommended this recommended Blueprints, and I haven't got round to it. but it's on the list kind of thing. And you know what I love is everyone that plays this game doesn't do spoilers. Like, fair play. Because it must be so hard to watch, oh god, to watch like me playing this game and not want to just be like, what are you doing, bud? You know what I mean? Well, I've been blessed. Everyone's just let me play it. Let me get on with my thing. And that's what I like. Blueprints is on my list. I want to try it. I am very aware that it is a complex game similar to this kind of style. As I say, I played Clair Obscur. Expedition 33 was my last big story game. And like, I've got, you'll not be able to see it, but I've got a tattoo of it right there. And it's just easily my favourite game ever, so I needed a bit of a break after that before I played another game. But I've came back to this. This is peaceful. Crossroads. No, I've been over there, I think. Because if I go round there, I'll get that. What I want is to get to the Southern Observatory now. Watching someone figure it out is as close as you can get. Yeah, that's genuinely word for word what my boss said. I've already done this bit. Shell is currently resting at the quantum moon, as we know, because we can bring it back down. But yeah, that is honestly exactly what my boss said, and I'm regretful because there's like a small, like very, very small part of the game, say like an hour of me playing it, that I lost because I was streaming it. And this kind of can sum up the brain power that comes from watching me play games sometimes. But I was streaming it, and as I was streaming it, I was so engrossed in like what I was doing that I didn't realize that there was no gameplay getting streamed at all. It was an hour and nobody was talking or that, because like now that I don't play Football Manager, nobody really speaks when I play games, which I don't mind. I do this as a hobby because I can't play football anymore. So yes, I remembered. I mean, I've already tried this exact journey in this planet and completely messed it up, so I'm trying to make sure I don't. Need to stop hurting myself though. My poor guy's health's gonna be low and my fuel's low. Oh my god, I made it with no fuel. That is crazy. Then which way? Where do I go from here? There is nowhere to go from here. I've been hoodwinked. This is just a black hole below us. Oh. I'm so proud of myself. Where do these ones go? This way. So obviously I'm in the right place. So I have been saving the VODs of this game and putting them on YouTube, even though, like, you know, there's, again, nobody's planning to watch me play a game on YouTube, but it's just a thing, and that you have to, for the culture. Right. Okay, I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. That's fine. I was coming near the end of that day because I done quite a lot there. I've been trying to get to the Southern Observatory for so long. Oh, there we go. My neck is fucked. That's a problem. The struggle is real. I've done quite a lot. As I say, like, I feel like I have anyway. Like, there's obviously something that's gonna happen here, I reckon, that links all the parts together. And, like, I found the vessel, I found the Nomad's grave, everything. But I think I found them too quick. I found them before I found, like, the way you're meant to get to the vessel. So we're just going to go back to Brittles Hollow and almost try and speedrun, if possible, to get to the Southern Observatory. Now, I've tried now. Oh! I've tried now, I think we could say multiple times to get there. And I keep getting distracted by other things that I hadn't found yet. And now I've found most of what I think I need to find on Brittle Hollow. I just need to look at getting there. Like, I know I can't get in from the outside. Am I getting notifications? Just get me on the planet. Just get me on the planet. Just get me on the planet. Because I know to get to where I was just now, it's along the equator. This'll do. I can get in from here. Trying not to. And the thing is, we now know it's on the other side of this, so I'm just gonna jump over to that. My guy's health's real, so is better. It's definitely better. This is to take me to the crossroads. It's the one up here, isn't it? Southern Observatory. And I took the right place to go. We know that now. I went the right way. I just got myself a little bit stuck and maybe panicked a little. You can't panic when you're in space. So I'm told. You gotta be a little bit more feldspar. Right, so we're here again. We're here again, so let's just... Nothing crazy. I'm just triple checking that I'm going the right way. And these both take you the same place, so like... As we now know, because I've just checked this side as well, we all now know, to get to the Southern Observatory, you have to take one of these. You have to. No, I fucked it! I fucked it, guys. It's not my fault, I promise. I'm low-key annoyed at myself. You know what as well, I've done so well with this game not to even try and look at how to do stuff. Like, I could easily have googled how to get to the vessel, or how to get to the Southern Observatory, which is where I know they've now built their moon thing. But I don't want to. I want to try and figure it all out myself. If this is the second game that makes me do everything myself, then so be it. Played Obscure, I was literally crying at the end of that, so we're now playing this. And will it get a place on the arms? That's the question. Will it get a tattoo spot? I've not had a tattoo since there. I have a really good friend from Derry. I'm not Irish, I'm Scottish. I'm Scottish. I'm from near Edinburgh. But my accent often confuses people, I suppose. Like, if you're not from here, Scottish people and Irish people sound very similar. Just because they've got a little twang to their accent, you know? So I can only apologise for potentially more mimicking your accent almost. But no, I'm Scottish. It's not the first time though. People always get confused with my voice. I don't know if it's because I speak a little bit proper. No, nah, don't get insulted. It's very hard to insult people from Scotland. We insult each other. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't... You can't insult us. You could try. Right, we're back to where we were. Oh my fucking god. I genuinely didn't mean to take that much of a risk there. But I did. Reckless, they'll call me. But yeah, no insult. I love the Irish people. I think, to be fair, if you track my family back long enough, you'd find some Ireland in you. You know what I mean? Okay, go this way then. I was stuck. Oh, my guy's gonna die. Like, I've absolutely fucked him up here. So let's try and be sensible for the rest of this. Okay, we've made it this far. And then we know this. We know that it's this. Half. No, not again. Oh my god. I need a minute to myself. Well, I think to save myself the embarrassment, I'm gonna go for my dinner. I've been playing for a couple hours. Depending on, because one of my friends is about to finish Clair Obscur 30, Expedition 33, so I want to watch that. Depending on if he's ready to play or not, I might come back and stream a little bit more of this. Champ, I appreciate you dropping in. It does mean a lot that anyone wants to even, you know, watch me repeatedly end up costing my own life on this game. But I think it's take a break time, step away from the computer. I've been on computers all day for work. If I don't go live tonight, it will likely be the Friday night, Boxing Day, when I get back to my own place. Well, this Southern Observatory better be fucking worth it. And if anyone happens to be watching on YouTube and has enjoyed